Senator, it's great to have you. And part of this piece talks about how President Trump's war on the cartels has definitely scared them a little bit. But then that's where they take the hard turn that starts to not make sense. They say that the part that's going to backfire is the fact that he's cut funds for U.S. drug treatment programs, which actually could increase the demand for drugs. And then they say, on top of that, tariffs, deportations, and growing tensions with Mexico's government, especially over U.S. military action, are creating openings for the cartels to actually expand their reach. Your response, sir?
Well, we got to stop the hemorrhaging first. I'm a physician myself. Before we go into surgery, we want to stop the hemorrhaging, and that's what President Trump is trying to do here. He secured the border. And by the way, one of the reasons that Mexico is cooperating is because of the Trump tariffs. Because of the Trump tariffs, the Mexico president sent 10,000 troops to the border, and the amount of fentanyl crossing the border has been cut in half. And then these 26 cartel leaders is the next step. She did that because of the threat of tariffs. But, and by the way, these cartels are alive and well across the state of Kansas. Every one of your listeners in your major cities across your state, the cartel has organized crime right there. And what they've been doing is fentanyl. Now they're turning to meth, some other drugs as well. So this is the right direction, and I applaud President Trump's efforts here.
Also, they bemoan the fact that President Trump is cracking down on cartels that have moved into a vast array of businesses. And they have essentially become multinational organizations. And the Trump administration runs the risk of hurting or sanctioning a legitimate business that is doing business with a cartel organization but doesn't know it. That is just balderdash, Senator.
Yeah, Mike, I'm just sitting here trying to how to respond to that. I just want to put some exclamation marks here. The Mexican cartels are involved in the marijuana farms in Oklahoma and Colorado. And they are smuggling that into states like Kansas, where marijuana is illegal, addicting our youngsters, especially to those types of drugs. Organized crime is bad. It's bad for the country. This is what these cartels are. They're organized crime. They're terrorists. We need to do everything we can to disrupt them. America is a land of law and order. I wake up in the morning thinking about the safety and security of my family first, and I think that's what the president is doing here as well.
Right. You can't differentiate between a criminal organization and a legal one. Well, then you don't get to do business here.
Fair. All right, let's move on to this one. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent indicating that the president is on board with the congressional stock trading ban. Listen to this.
The president's already backing it, and I think it's something, there's bipartisan support. Hakeem Jeffries backs it. So, and again, the president has been most transparent president in history, and I think with Congress's ratings at an all-time low, I think this is a necessary first step. Congress should stop single stock trading.
Senator, it would probably include spouses or anybody that lives within the household. And let's be fair, this happens on both sides of the aisle. But of course, Nancy Pelosi and her husband's trades have sort of been a notorious example of how potentially having very important information before it is released to the public could, cause some question about who's trading what and making money where.
You're right. I think the big issue here is that America has lost faith in our government. We've been lied to. We've seen fraud, waste, and abuse. And we see Nancy Pelosi sitting here going from maybe a decade ago a net worth of $50 million, and now she's worth $400 million. That her husband is so good at trading stocks that he's outperformed the Standard & Poor's index by some 600, 700%. So the two things we could do in Congress to help restore that trust, number one would be term limits, and then this will be number two, is to say, look, no day trading for members of Congress or their families. I fully support this. I've supported it for a long time. There's probably some right ways and wrong ways to do it. We got to figure out the right way to do it, but I fully support this.
The right way is just to ban it. No single securities, no options, no futures, no stocks, no nothing. I personally have not owned a single stock, future, option, anything, always funds and ETFs for the last 35 years. And so I think anybody can do it, particularly a senator or somebody named Pelosi. Senator Roger Marshall, great to see you, sir, always.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, straight ahead.